Hello folks, it's Uncle Mitch again. On to today's topic, requested by little Redneck chick. Incidentally, need to put a couple of things in here really fast. I refer to Redneck chick, and I refer to ghetto chick. Neither one of them are my girlfriends. I have nobody like that in my life, and it's probably for the best. Tiberius is my roommate. He's the technical guru. And Emitard is basically the guy that constantly needles and jabs me and keeps me in this horrible mood you people find me in all the time. I'd like to thank all of them, otherwise none of this would ever really happen. I'd also like to curse every one of them, because otherwise none of this would have ever happened. The other thing I'd like to throw out there really quick is a little bit of shameless self-promotion. I'm really only doing this because I'm trying to figure out exactly just how much people would be interested in what I have to say. Not necessarily because I think I'm so cool and everything. I just want to see how far our society is degenerated. And it is my hope that if you actually like this, if you're entertained by it, or if you think I'm a jerk or an asshole, or anything, if any reason you find this worthy of viewing, post a link on your Facebook, Mafia Wars, whatever the hell the case is, and ship it off to other people. Make them watch the same crap you have to go through. For another reason, watching me is like watching a train wreck in slow motion. How in the hell can you avoid that? It's fucking awesome. Okay, on to the next rant. Oh yeah, baby boomers, them bastards. Yeah, that's pretty much what the Redneck chick wants me to talk about, mainly because she has a really bad taste in her mouth from the baby boom generation, as do a lot of us, because let's face facts, they haven't left the world in really good shape for us. First, I'd like to talk about our grandparents, the World War II generation. These people, when they were first born, everything was being drawn around by horses, okay? And by the time they hit their 40s and 50s, they were watching a man land on the moon. That's how badass they really were. They went through depression, a massive recession after World War II. They beat down Hirohito's forces, and they smashed Hitler. Not to mention, they pretty much erected a wall to prevent Stalin from getting too much further into Europe as he already was. Long and short of it is, they were really awesome people. They scrimped, they saved, they sacrificed, they had large families in order to guarantee the future of our nation. And they screwed up one thing. They forgot to teach your kids how to do this shit, which brings me to these fucking baby boomers. Oh my god. The crap that they take credit for. Okay, they ended Vietnam. They didn't end Vietnam. A lot of them just refused to go. They weren't even voting in mass numbers by that point. It was the World War II generation who fought Korea, who fought World War II, said, screw it, enough. We're not winning in Vietnam. We don't even know what a win means. We're out of there. So Nixon had to pull the troops. It had nothing to do with the kids in the street going, oh, peace and love. It had nothing to do with that crap. But yet they thought they had a win. Then they thought, hey, we pulled down a president. We tore out Nixon. You didn't tear out Nixon. You had nothing to do with that. It was all the old bastards in Congress and the Democratic Party said, we finally got the bastard, let's push him out. Funny thing is, if the liberals would have just left them in office a little bit more, I think we'd have a different country today. Keep in mind, this was the guy that signed the Equal Rights Amendment. This is the guy that pulled us out of Vietnam. This is the guy that went to China and spoke to the communists. This is the guy that wanted to relax immigration. As a matter of fact, he sounds an awful lot like something like Jimmy Carter more than he does to any sort of Republican, but that's a different issue. The thing that really pisses me off the most about the baby boomers is the traditions and values that they shattered and didn't get passed on to us. Seriously, when's the last time you guys know of a marriage that lasted better than 15 years? Doesn't happen very often anymore, does it? When's the last time you saw a household where there really wasn't only one single biological parent involved? Why? The reasons might be myriad, but in a lot of cases, the same thing happened throughout all the sectors of our society. Somewhere along the way, the individual became more important than the society they were involved with. Somewhere along the way, an individual became more important than the marriage. Somewhere along the way, what you wanted to do that made you feel good today was more important than the kind of pain you would cause for making that action tomorrow. So our parents got involved with drugs, they got involved with illicit sex, they got involved with all the crap in the world that they could possibly stick their fingers in. You know why? Because they're fucking morons, that's why, okay? Then they turn around, they have a slower growth of population, they have less kids, so now we gotta front the money on their fucking healthcare as they're developing more technology to keep their asses alive longer, make Viagra so they could go bone ugly old chicks more, go out and get plastic surgery so they look like Nancy Pelosi. Have you seen the woman? It looks like somebody pulled a balloon over her face. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Anyway, the point of the matter is this. This generation who takes great pride in themselves, look at the leaders they produce. Clinton, yeah, exactly. George Bush Jr., sorry folks, if you liked him, you got taken, because the truth be told, he wasn't a very good president, much less a very good Republican. Barack Hussein Obama, well, I riffed on him before. Let's face facts, these guys were more concerned about buying votes than telling you that things had to change in order to make the world a better place. Last president who did that? George H.W. Bush. Everybody called him a wimp and he flew bombers over World War II. The point of the matter, and the reason why I'm pointing this out, isn't simply to just indict an entire generation. And don't tell me about their technical accomplishments or all these other great and wonderful things they did. Because the resources that they're using right now to get 5 more years out of their failed, frail bodies is the same resources that our grandparents used to kill polio. The most important thing about the baby boomer generation is they're going to die out at some point. And that is by far the most excellent part of their generation. It's going to end. And then we're in charge. Why is this important? Because, folks, whether you like it or not, this wreck of an economy, the destruction of our social values, and the trashing of our budget is basically something that we're going to inherit, we got to fix, otherwise we're the ones that are fucked. Because while we're trying to scramble and figure this crap out, we're also going to have to go into the nursing home, change their depends, because they're still going to be alive. I'm Uncle Mitch, and that is all.